Hey everyone, welcome back. I'm Jack.
And I'm Amelia. Today, we're talking about something super practical. How to talk about your weekend in English.
Yeah, this is one of those conversations that happens all the time, right? Monday morning at work, your friend texts you, someone asks, "How was your weekend?" and you need to be ready.
Exactly. And we're going to teach you natural phrases, past tense expressions, and help you sound fluent and confident when you share what you did. So, if you love learning real English with us, don't forget to subscribe and keep practicing every week.
All right, let's dive in.
Okay, so Jack, be honest. When you learned English, was it hard to talk about your weekend?
Oh, absolutely. I remember just saying, "I stayed home," or "I watched TV." Super boring, right? And it didn't sound natural at all.
Right. And that's the problem. A lot of learners know the grammar, but they don't know the real phrases native speakers use. They sound too formal or too simple.
Exactly. So today, we're fixing that. We'll teach you how to sound relaxed, natural, and interesting when you talk about your weekend, just like a native speaker.
Stay with us. We're going to make this simple and fun.
All right, Amelia. Let's start with the most common question. What do people usually ask?
They ask, "How was your weekend?" Or sometimes, "What did you do this weekend?"
Perfect. Now, here's the thing. When you answer, don't just say good or fine. That's boring. You want to add a little more.
Right. So instead of just good, try this. "It was pretty chill." Or, "It was really nice, actually."
Nice. Let me give you a few more. You could say, "It was relaxing," "It was super busy," or "It was fun. I needed that."
Ooh, I love that last one. I needed that. It sounds so natural.
It does. Okay, now let's practice. Repeat after me, everyone. It was pretty chill.
It was pretty chill.
Good. Now you try. It was really nice, actually.
It was really nice, actually.
Perfect. All right, Amelia, let's get into the fun part. What did you actually do this weekend?
Okay, so Saturday, I hung out with some friends.
Hold on. Stop right there. Hung out. That's a super common phrase. It means you spent time with someone in a relaxed way, not a formal meeting, just casual time together.
Exactly. You don't say, "I spent time with my friends." That sounds too formal. You say, "I hung out with my friends."
Let's practice that. Everyone repeat. I hung out with my friends.
I hung out with my friends.
Great. Okay, Amelia, what else did you do?
So on Sunday, I just stayed in and binge-watched a new series.
Ah, binge-watched. That's another one. When you watch many episodes of a show in one sitting, you binge-watch it.
Yeah, like 5 or 6 episodes in a row. We all do it, right?
Oh, for sure. All right, let's practice. Repeat after me. I binge-watched a series.
I binge-watched a series.
Nice. Now, Amelia, you also said stayed in. What does that mean?
It means I stayed home. I didn't go out. It's a really common phrase. I stayed in or I stayed home.
Exactly. And the opposite is went out. Like, I went out with friends on Friday night.
Perfect. So, Jack, what about you? What did you do this weekend?
Okay, so on Saturday, I caught up with an old friend.
Wait, caught up? Can you explain that one?
Sure. Caught up with someone means you talk to someone you haven't seen or spoken to in a while, you share updates, talk about life, that kind of thing.
Oh, I love that phrase. So you could say, "I caught up with my cousin over coffee?"
Exactly. Let's practice. Everyone repeat, I caught up with a friend.
I caught up with a friend.
Good. And then on Sunday, I just took it easy.
Ooh, took it easy. That's a nice one. It means you relaxed, you didn't do much, right?
Exactly. You could also say, I had a lazy day, or I just chilled at home.
I love chilled. That's so common. I chilled at home. I chilled with my friends.
All right, let's do a little role play now. I'll ask you about your weekend, and you answer naturally. Ready?
Ready.
Hey, Amelia, how was your weekend?
It was really nice, actually. I hung out with some friends on Saturday, and then on Sunday, I just stayed in and binge-watched a series.
Nice. What series?
Oh, it's a drama, super addictive.
I love that. See, everyone, that's how you answer naturally. You give a little detail, you sound relaxed, and you keep the conversation going.
Exactly. Now, let's give you some more phrases. Jack, what are some other things people do on weekends?
Good question. Let's see. You could say, I went for a walk. I grabbed coffee with a friend. Grabbed is super casual, by the way.
Oh, yeah, grabbed coffee, grabbed lunch, grabbed a drink. Very common.
Right. Or you could say, I ran some errands. That means you did small tasks like shopping or going to the bank.
Oh, or I did some shopping. I cleaned the house. I worked on a project.
Yes. And here's a fun one. I slept in. That means you woke up late.
I love sleeping in. So you could say, I slept in and then had brunch.
Perfect. Let's practice a few. Repeat after me. I grabbed coffee with a friend.
I grabbed coffee with a friend.
Good. Now, I ran some errands.
I ran some errands.
Nice. And one more. I slept in.
I slept in.
Awesome. All right, now let's talk about pronunciation for a second. When native speakers talk fast, they link words together. So instead of saying, I hung out with friends, it sounds like, I hung out with friends.
Oh, that's so true. Or I stayed in sounds like I stayed in.
Exactly. So don't worry if it sounds fast, that's just natural linking. The more you practice, the easier it gets.
And here's a tip. When you practice, say it out loud. Don't just read it in your head. Actually speak it.
Yes, that's so important. Can you try saying this out loud with us right now? I hung out with friends and grabbed lunch.
I hung out with friends and grabbed lunch.
Great. Okay, let's do one more mini role play. This time you can practice with us. Imagine I'm asking you about your weekend. Here we go. Hey, how was your weekend?
Bob, go ahead, answer out loud. Maybe say, it was great. I hung out with friends.
Nice. What did you do?
Try something like, I went for a walk and then I binge-watched a series.
Sounds relaxing.
See, that felt natural, right? You're doing great.
And remember, you don't need to be perfect. Just be natural and confident. People care more about communication than perfect grammar.
All right, you're doing amazing so far. Keep going. You're building real fluency right now.
And hey, after you finish this video, check out our episode on how to sound more confident in English. It's one of our favorites, and it'll really help you level up.
Okay, let's keep going.
All right, let's give you a few more useful phrases. Sometimes your weekend is not exciting, right? And that's okay.
Yeah, you can say it was quiet or not much happened, honestly.
Exactly. Or you could say, I didn't do much, just stayed home.
That's totally fine. Not every weekend needs to be an adventure.
Right. Now, what if your weekend was really busy?
Oh, then you say it was super busy or I had a lot going on.
Nice. Or I barely had time to relax.
Ooh, that's a good one. Let's practice. Repeat after me. I had a lot going on.
I had a lot going on.
Perfect. Okay, Jack, here's a question. What if someone asks, did you do anything fun?
Good question. You could say, yeah, I went to a concert. Or I tried a new restaurant.
Or if you didn't, you say, not really, I just relaxed at home.
Exactly. It's all about being honest and natural. Let's practice one more full answer. Repeat after me. My weekend was pretty chill. I hung out with friends on Saturday, and on Sunday, I just stayed in and caught up on some reading.
My weekend was pretty chill. I hung out with friends on Saturday, and on Sunday, I just stayed in and caught up on some reading.
Awesome! That sounded so natural.
All right, everyone, that's it for today. Let's do a quick recap.
So when someone asks about your weekend, don't just say good. Add a little more. It was pretty chill. It was really nice. It was super busy.
Use natural phrases like hung out, binge-watched, caught up with someone, grabbed coffee, and stayed in.
And remember to link your words when you speak. It'll sound more natural.
Exactly. And the most important thing? Practice out loud. Don't be shy, just speak.
You're doing amazing, and remember, progress takes practice, not perfection.
If you enjoyed this lesson, give us a thumbs up, drop a comment telling us what you did this weekend, and don't forget to subscribe so you can keep learning with us.
Thanks for learning with us today. See you in the next lesson.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.